intro time, right? Like the little intro thing is playing.
Well, yeah, the music goes, and then and then it just kind of starts up, and
Is that an original Darren Lehorn song too?
it is. Darren did that. I like how it ended up turning out. I think he did an amazing job with the whole thing.
He did do a good job. He does good jobs like that. He
But
is
Mr.
known for
BattleVest,
it. Yes, that's me.
how
I'm here.
how are you today?
Lovely day and night. It is fantastic. Just got off work like a little bit ago, so I'm just happy to be here and not at work. So if there's gonna be anybody I'm talking to, I'm glad it's you. Honestly, I'm done
Thank
talking
you.
to customers. So
We are kind of missing a person here. He had some stuff that he had to go and do. Thank you, Mr. BattleVest, for filling in. But speaking of Darren, I don't know if you saw this or not, but apparently it is now considered sexual harassment to call someone bald.
then I'm gonna go to that. Dude, if this was high school, I would have probably gone to jail so many times because I can't even remember how many times just after high school alone that I was like, Darren, you would look amazing as like just Halloween costume, be a globe. That'd be fantastic.
He has done some amazing things. He was Stone Cold Steve Austin at one point.
That one was a great one.
He
Didn't he do like
was-
Walter White or something, or like a Pawn Star?
He
I don't
did.
remember what
I
it was.
think he did Rick from Pawn Stars. He also did Doctor Evil. He has embraced his lack of a hairline.
I do remember it used to be like a big issue for him back in the day where he was like very self-conscious of it.
Well, so we've talked about this before, but apparently he started going bald at the age of 14.
Really?
So, yeah, he's very much so. He's just like, yeah, it's a fact of life. Things happen.
That's pretty interesting. Like, I try to think back, and I'm like, can I even remember what his hair color is? So maybe it has been like since 14. That's crazy to even.
I want to
think
say
about.
he's blonde. I think. I don't know.
But then, like, I picture it with like, for some reason, because of the whole Cali background, I'm picturing him like surfer blonde, like long hair and everything. And it's like now I'm picturing Darren with long hair, and it's like just that's messing up my whole world.
I think he dyed it blue at some point. Also, I don't know why, but I remember him having blue hair.
So it is now a crime. It's sexual harassment, you said?
It's considered. Multiple judges have now deemed it sexual harassment.
It's a little far. Like, it's kind of extreme.
Yeah. Speaking of too much, have you ever thought about having too much internet? Do you think there is such a thing as having internet that's too fast?
I think no, because no matter what, like right now I got decent internet speeds, nowhere near as close as good as yours. But like I have to use a lot of internet for work and like downloading games or anything. If I can get to a point where I literally click the game to download and it's done, I would probably still be like, can it go any faster?
So what if you clicked the download button on Netflix? And I mean the entire Netflix library, and it was done within a second.
I'd be okay with that. Like, I think that's amazing because there you go. Download, boom, go to the gym, and now I got my movie ready to go.
No, not one movie. The entire Netflix library, all of Netflix in 1 second.
I don't even have the hard drive space for that, but that would be a dream come true, like straight up. It's
well,
like, okay, so like so many times in my life we're like, hey, let's go play this game, and like I have to install the game, then I got to update the game, and it's like, well, that 10 minutes I'm going to be behind just turned into 3 hours, so I'll be there soon.
Well, you might want to move to Japan. They just set a new internet speed record of
What are we talking?
1.02 petabits.
Wow. I don't even know how fast. No, I is it like more than a terabyte? Obviously, it's more than a terabyte.
So that's equivalent to 127,500 gigs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it is fast enough to download all of Netflix within 1 second.
So what's the technology behind it? More advanced than like fiber optic kind of thing, or?
I'm pretty sure that it's going to be fiber, and it's going to probably be multiple fiber lines. I mean, I used to fiber splice. I get that whole thing. The theoretical max out of a single fiber was 5,000 gigs a second, or 5 tera a second. Sorry, 500 tera a second is the theoretical max out.
That still blows my brain.
This is
because we come from the 56K era of the dial-up internet, where our internet was entirely dedicated to, or like decided upon the fact if we got an AOL CD that day.
Yep.
So,
actually, my first internet was 14.4. A friend of mine gave me his old 56K, so that I could actually download songs off of Napster and LimeWire for, and it would only take me 3 hours rather than 12. Oh, those were the days.
How slow images would like load up. Looking at like a game FAQ or something from GameFAQs.com back in the day, and it's loading the ASCII art, and it's just like, Doot, doot. I was like, oh my God. And then, of course, someone's picking up the phone and they're getting yelled at by the internet. That whole terrible screech sound.
But yeah, I don't miss those days at all. Sorry, I'm
No.
not laughing at you. I'm actually laughing. I just saw your cat. There's got something white behind you. I don't know what that white thing is behind
That's
you.
a little cat tunnel for them.
Okay, well, your cat literally was just like in it, and it was like flopping around. I didn't know what it was, and then it just came zooming.
What are you doing?
It just came
Oh, she's
zooming
got
out
the
and around the
zoomies.
corner. Oh, it was adorable.
Thought it was a cat, but it's actually a ferret because she literally will go around stealing pieces of Lego from my sets that are built. And she's immune to tinfoil. It takes like 4 sprays of my mister to get her to move. Like she'll be like, wait, am I being wet? And she'll start licking herself, and then it's like, oh, I'm still getting wet. And then she'll take off. But it's like, because I can't yell at her because she's not going to know what the heck's going on. And she's like, why are you yelling at me? I'm being a cat. My best bet, when if I don't want her near something, I'll just use like this USB chargeable laser pointer that I have on my desk. Because she'll get behind my monitors and start unplugging everything.
What about a like a coffee can full of like coins or something? That used to work.
Does it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it would. I do have like a little piggy bank. It's like a little jar of quarters. Because I feel one day quarters are going to make a comeback, so.
Well, I mean, they got rid of the penny finally after I don't know how long. I mean, they've been threatening to get rid of the penny for 15, 20, 30 years, something like that.
So it's crazy because I do work part-time at a zoo on like some of my days off, and we just went completely cashless. So I was like kind of shocked about that. I mean, it makes my life easier for the end reports where I don't have to count cash or anything anymore.
I just did a quick search. Apparently, it costs 3.7 cents to make a penny.
No.
So every penny
that
goes
makes no
out,
sense.
Yeah, it's because of the price of copper and whatever else. But yeah, it just apparently it is 270% over what a 1 cent, what a penny costs. Yeah, it's never made sense. I don't think the pennies made sense for. I keep using the word sense, but
I know it's the dad joke in us.
But yeah, I don't think it's made sense for, like I said, decades. I think I remember them wanting to get rid of it in like high school.
What are they gonna do if the actual price is like $1.99, and are you just not gonna get change back then?
You just don't. Well, I mean, think about gas, right? When you look at a gallon of gas, it costs 9/10 of a cent because of how their taxes work. We're not getting back a tenth of a penny, or you know what I mean? Like it probably gonna be about the same thing, either round up, round down, but eventually it'll just be nickels. I think nickels might actually at least make sense. God, I hate the fact that I keep saying this.
If I'm big braining it, I'm kind of concerned about that. We're gonna have to start rounding up things. So like if it is like $1.99, they're gonna round it up for 2. And when does it end? Are we just gonna like everything's just gonna be a flat rate, so there is no change involved? Or
by the way, I just looked it up. It is technically cheaper to make a nickel, but it costs about 14 cents to make a nickel.
Just make everything a flat 0.
Well, at least
gas
go to
$2.
At least go to dime, because I'm looking this up as we're talking about it. At least a dime only costs like 5.7 cents. But yeah, pennies and nickels make no sense. They cost too much. Get rid of them. I'm okay with them rounding up or down by 5 cents.
Well, my favorite thing, like Chuck E. Cheese had those little token holders that like it was like you just push them down, it was spring loaded, so you could like pull out your tokens. But I've always wanted them for quarters because I don't know what my obsession is. It's got to be like the arcade days, but I love quarters. I have like a whole jar literally just full of quarters.
Speaking of arcades, and well, so for me, whenever I think of arcades, I automatically think of Street Fighter. Like that is the number one thing that comes to mind when I think of arcades.
Dance Dance Revolution.
You and those bamboo sticks. But yeah, that was
Dance Revolution, man.
But Street Fighter is actually doing a collab with Call of Duty Mobile. Okay. So
good clarification, because I'm like, there's no way they're doing it for Call of Duty 6.
Oh, what, for Black Ops 7? That might actually have gotten me to come back, at least for a little bit. Okay, so the 4 characters that they're adding to Call of Duty Mobile are going to be Cammy, Chun-Li, Ryu, and Akuma. So
I'm sold already.
It's a good lineup. Imagine Dhalsim running around and being able to like grab guns from 6 feet away.
Now, would they actually let you have the powers though to do it? Like, so like if I'm playing this mobile game, are they going to let me do fireballs and cannon drills?
Honestly, I don't know. If it was Fortnite, yes. When they did the collab with Dragon Ball Z, or when they brought Goku into it, you had the Kamehameha wave. So
that's right. There was like an item for it, right? It was like it gave you a one-time use. Okay.
Yeah, so
I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Mrs. BattleVest, she actually does play the Call of Duty mobile game off and on, and it blew her mind when I was like, you can use a PS5 controller, Bluetooth, hook that up, and then you can play a lot better. And like that even upped her game. I'm gonna have to ask her to like, hey, Let me know when this collab drops so I can see what this is all about.
Well, the
Because
collab drops on December 11th.
okay.
So you've got about a week to butter her up. Venmo her a little bit of cash so that she'll buy these, the 4 characters. That way, if you ever want to steal her account for a night, you can, play those.
I might just for that. I mean, we saw what I did for Fortnite with the Goku and Vegeta, so I might as well just do it for Call of Duty.
I'm still waiting on my Street Fighter cabinet to show up. It is now like 6 or 7 months late, but there is a spot. You really can't see it, but it's going to be like right over there on the other side of this black cabinet. Eventually, when you get the wide frame, you'll be able to see this cabinet up there. I got the Street Fighter Alpha artwork done on it because they didn't have the Third Strike available for it. I might just have to go to Etsy or something and get the Third Strike stuff done and just put it on there for it.
And get a little decal wrap on it or something. That'd be nice.
I am looking forward to having the full stand-up arcade and be able to play Third Strike again. I haven't done that. I did play some Third Strike, actually. When I went to the Cleveland Gaming Convention, they had a bunch of free-to-play arcades that were all over the place. And I ended up going up against a couple of people, again, playing Third Strike. 8, 9, 10 wins, something around there. And then someone that came in and started playing, I've been playing for fun or whatever. And then this dude goes, Yoon, with the number 3 special, Ganation. All of a sudden, it's like full try hard at that point, and I get wrecked. That's the one character that has a really high floor to entry and even higher ceiling. I
always loved watching people using Urian and having people bouncing between his special, like if you got it just right, or the Makoto players.
That one, for as far as Urian goes, it wasn't that hard. There were just certain matchups that Urian had a huge advantage on as soon as you got them in the air, the juggling abilities. It was nuts. Like Hugo was one of those characters that was just tall. So whether you did a straight, a jab fireball or a strong fireball, which is like the medium punch, you were hitting him in the face anyway. And if he was in the air at all, you could juggle him forever. I cannot wait for this thing to get here.
I know. You need your Street Fighter 3. And if I recall, you told me it has online power too.
I believe I believe I'll be able to connect online. I don't know how or what things I'm going to be able to connect online with at that point, because I don't know if it's going to connect with like the PSN, if it's going to, some third party type thing. Like I don't know what server it's going to connect to.
Kind of like what the emulators might use.
Yeah. So again, I don't know which thing I will, but I should be able to play it. And if not, screw it. I'll just invite people over because, it's a full cabinet. Well, it's not a full cabinet. It's technically 9/10. That means it goes from being like 6 foot to like 5'4" or something.
Don't matter. I'm bringing my quarters. I'll put my quarter down. There's the use. That's why I've been saving up all my quarters for this day.
Again, I'm looking forward to it. If I could, and this is something way the hell out there. Have you ever heard of a professional gamer named Shohei?
No.
All right. So he is part of Team Falcons, and he recently won Controller Player of the Year at the Esports Awards.
That's always impressive to hear. Like seeing people starting playing like the Dragon Ball Fighters and seeing like people using controllers and winning tournaments. To me, that was awesome because like arcade sticks were very tough for me. Like I always just wanted to have like a controller with like I need the D-pad for some reason to do like the motions. And I never was good at doing it with like the whole stick, but I needed the whole like button layout because all the other, like just playing it like this was hard, but I always wanted a D-pad and then the buttons so I could do it like that. And I know they've made controllers like that, but like it's just so cool that these fighting games that they're doing now, they have like a way that you can use a controller and you are able to compete with that. So I think that's fantastic.
But some people actually think that a controller is an advantage over a joystick because you can hit so many buttons at the same time. When you're playing on a joystick, you only have one hand really to hit buttons because you're, controllers, the joystick's in the other hand. When you're playing on controller, you've got 2 joysticks and you can pick which one you really want to play with. And then you have the access to, 4 bumpers, all 6 buttons with your one thumb. Like, I feel like you just have so many more things that you can do.
I think the turnaround on that one, like the kind of the opposite is like when you're using like an arcade stick, you have your whole hand though. So you're able to do like button combinations on a way easier than you are on a controller. Cause like say Storm, for instance, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where you have to use like an alternating punch, alternating kick to do her dash. That's not easy to do on controller unless you literally take your hand off the controller and then 2-finger it or whatever. Whereas an arcade stick, you can do any combination you can. You have so many options for it. But to hear that they're saying like controllers is like an advantage, I just remember all the times where like people using controllers were called scrubs.
Controllers are actually a benefit or hold an advantage in a lot of games, to include first-person shooters, because normally when you have a controller, you also get some level of aim assist. And that aim assist in certain games was so bad. Like, it was so bad in Battlefield, people started messing with the files so that they would no longer have cross-platform, and they would only be playing against PC players because they did not want to have to deal with that level of basically auto aim or aim lock or whatever you want to call it, aimbotting.
Yeah, it was like an auto aim. If I'm understanding correctly, like they pretty much hit the aim button and boom, it's already on their head. So they just gotta tap L2, tap R2. It's done.
Wasn't well, it didn't used to be head, and I think now it might be, but it used to be center mass. And we used to check this. We played in when we used to play Black Ops 2. And we would practice our quick scoping. If you were aiming anywhere near the person, it would automatically put you in the upper torso. And what I mean by that is you could be aiming just outside of their character, like off their shoulder. But when you scope in real quick, all of a sudden you're center mass. And so that's what a lot of quick scoping was, is you wouldn't even wait for your crosshair or your picture to show up. You would just hit your aim button and then fire. And 9 times out of 10, you hit your target. And if you were using one of the bolt actions that you normally use for it, it was an automatic down. But yeah, as I alluded to, the esports awards happened on the 19th of November. A little late on this one. We've been talking about all the other award ceremonies on the show. It was held in Vegas, and they're celebrating their 10 years. So technically this is their 11th esports awards.
Nice.
The big winners for it were League of Legends winning Game of the Year.
That sounds about right.
As far as
League,
esports go.
I feel like League is like always winning something.
Valorant took second place, and Counter-Strike 2 took third.
Those that just won't die.
I actually just did a little bit of research because I wanted to see how it stacked up against everything else. Counter-Strike 2 has already done like 28, almost 29 million in tournament earnings this year.
Jeebus.
So that's not the amount of money they're making. That's literally what they've given away in winnings.
That game, I will never forget that one. Like, I remember a couple of my friends, like, every night would be playing that one. I think the clan we created just for jokes was called the Fubu Crew, just because it was just funny to say.
Oh, there was a movie that had the Fubu Crew in it.
Was it wasn't.
No, it wasn't Fubu. It was Bufu.
Bufu.
It was a spoof on the whole thing. It was, by us, F you. And so instead of, for us, by us, which is the whole Fubu logo, PC Player of the Year actually went to a CS2 player named Zaiwu. He's also up for Player of the Year for the Video Game Awards as one of the nominees. That dude has made a killing off of that game. He's made just over 1.6 million in tournament winnings.
That's a lot of Lego he can buy with that.
That is nuts. To put that into perspective, and by the way, I didn't bring it up. I forgot to bring it up. I'm sorry. But Shohei also has made a bunch of money off of his stuff. He's made about 1.3 mil playing things like Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, Samurai Showdown. I wish I was good enough that I could make money off of doing something like that. But some of the other big categories, Esport Mobile Game of the Year was PUBG Mobile.
Really? I was actually going to be like, was it Call of Duty?
Call of Duty was nominated for both Game of the Year and Mobile Game of the Year, but no. PUBG Mobile won. It beat out Honor of Kings, Call of Duty Mobile, Pokemon United, Free Fire, a couple other games I'd never heard of.
I wonder if Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes was on that list.
I know that one's
pissing off a lot of people recently with their updates, but
does that game actually have an esports scene?
Not
an
esports, no. There's a big competitiveness in it, like people trying to be number one and stuff, because there's like a big PvP portion of it, but I don't think it'd be esports.
So is that more of like the Clash of Clans type thing, where if you're in that community, you'd watch it? Like, I actually watched a Clash of Clans tournament one night. It was that YouTube rabbit hole where you just keep clicking on the next video,
yes.
And then all of a sudden,
I had to turn off the auto next feature, because then I'd just be in that rabbit hole. No, I guess because like the way the PvP is, if I challenge somebody, it's like AI. Their defense is all AI controlled. They wouldn't be very fair on that. That would be actually kind of cool if it was like one turn, but they would have to change the 5-minute timer to something different, because those would be long matches.
So I think the Clash of Clan ones, the way that it worked is that you basically just have like a time limit that you're supposed to get so many points as you're like doing these types of things. So you're attacking things and you're getting extra points for however. I mean, things have changed a lot since I watched that. I watched that thing years ago. So they've completely changed how the game is played. Though I have seen some commercials and advertisements for Clash of Clans lately saying, hey, you should come back. We have a bunch of different things. You know, we are returning player friendly.
My phone is probably going to do nothing but advertise Clash of Clans now because that's all we've been saying.
Oh, no. Okay, like, hold on. Let's go. Let's try to save this. I Show Speed. He won Streamer of the Year. Maybe if you bring up him. And here's the, I never had a problem with him. I just never found him that interesting. I don't know.
Wasn't he one of like the top streamers? Like he was like #1 or something for a little bit. Like
I think so. He actually did beat out Kai Cenat. I pronounced it wrong for so long. I called him Senta, but it's Cenat. Kai Cenat. Okay. He beat out XQC, Queso, and Jinxie. There were a couple other ones.
Those are pretty big names, so that's impressive.
Jinxie didn't win Streamer of the Year, but he did win Esports Content Creator of the Year.
Ooh, okay.
I still think that Rainbow Six Siege owes their entire existence now to Jinxie at this point.
I always find that interesting because you get like those certain streamers that play those certain games that kind of make them big. Like you got your Markiplier for like the Five Nights at Freddy. Same with like Matt Pack. This person made that game that nobody wanted to play look really fun, so a lot of people would play it.
It wasn't just that, apparently. So I've never played Siege. It's one of those games that I may as well go play Search and Destroy in COD if I'm going to play a game like that. And that's what it was. It's become a lot more than that. Apparently, Siege was like on its way out. Like it just was not doing well. No one was watching it. No one was really playing it. And then Jinxie brought it back. Kudos to him for doing that.
Did he bring it back with like humor and jokes or just like amazing gameplay? Like
yes. Again, it's not a game I play. It's not a game I follow. It's just that I've talked to people that play it and they say that this is the person that pretty much saved that game. The last thing I wanted to bring up on it was Thug won Personality of the Year. He beat out Apex, Disguised Toast, Nade Shot, and several others that, again, I'd never heard of the other ones. I just picked the names that I recognized.
I do like me some Disguised Toast, so he cracks me up.
That dude's hilarious. Did you watch his Among Us stuff when he'd be like...
Among Us stuff with every 100 IQ plays and everything. But the way he would just get everybody like second guess everything he said, no matter what. I was like, dude, this guy is hilarious. And like, I would even watch his escape room stuff because that stuff was just funny.
I first saw Disguised Toast when I would watch, actually I still watch, Hearthstone streamers.
Oh, okay.
That's where I first saw him from. He would play some really funny decks and have like really good commentary for what he was playing. And we're talking old Hearthstone. We're talking 2017, 2016, much, much older Hearthstone. If you ever get into one of those, again, those rabbit holes of YouTube, top 500 moments or whatever, Disguised Toast is going to be 10% of them. He's hilarious. He was great to watch.
He is. Didn't he actually have his own like esport team act?
Oh, that
for a little bit.
All right, now you're gonna make me look this up because Disguised. Nope, that says Disguised, not Disguised Toast. Disguised Esports. Yeah, actually, it is an entire organization.
Oh,
founded in 2023 by Canadian streamer Jeremy Disguised Toast Wang.
So more than just a team.
Yeah, apparently January 2025, they disbanded their Valorant team after Riot announced their exclusive streaming partnership with Soup. I've never even heard Soup, Soop. But yeah, that was the esports stuff. I know we've been talking a lot about award shows lately. We have to bring it back again to the Game of the Year for the video game awards because Hollow Knight Silksong is nominated for Game of the Year. But nice. Even their devs in one of their recent tweets when they were teasing about their new DLC that's coming out, they're even predicting that Expedition 33 is going to win Game of the Year.
Yeah, I have not played it yet, but I'm intrigued by the whole action RPG style. Just sounds amazing to me. Like Legend of Dragoon, Xenogears style, Mario RPG. Like bring back. I've always liked that. Where like, oh, the enemy's about to attack, I can actually do something to negate that damage. Mm-hmm. So.
That whole turn-based thing, ever since Baldur's Gate 3 came out, I feel like it's just making this comeback. 6 years ago, the whole turn-based thing wasn't really a thing. I mean, I get that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, and that was probably the biggest turn-based thing that there was, which was in the Game Awards last year. I don't know, I didn't really hear about turn-based combat. It was huge for the longest time. again, Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite. It was a static turn-based. It wasn't the dynamic that 7 or X2 was. And I kind of preferred it only because then I didn't have to know everything about the characters and preemptively be picking things. I could actually sit there and be like, oh, do I want to try to mug them? Do I want to actually heal? I'm not sitting there panicking, looking through my list and being like, do I have a Phoenix down still? So,
As you're still getting mauled by a monster, like, what items do I have?
But yeah, I cannot remember before Baldur's Gate.
I mean, you had your Mario RPG remaster on the Switch, which was pretty good. But again, that's a remaster from an old game. Maybe the Tales series, like Tales of like Vesperia or Zestiria. Because like I don't have much time to game, like I skip a lot of cinemas and games, like to play the game. Sea of Stars was a game that I picked up, I couldn't put down, and I was actually like the story was really fun to watch. And I had to think I did a couple of playthroughs of it just because I really enjoyed that story. Props to Sea of Stars. I'll say that.
If you don't have a whole lot of time to play a game, but you do want to play something, again, with friends or not, did you ever play Helldivers 2?
I have played a little bit of it, and I really like that system where you pretty much have to play Finger Dance Dance Revolution to use like specials. So I think that's amazing. That was a really fun system. Like the whole memes about it, like, you know, everything's for democracy and all that. It brings back that Starship Trooper in me, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a fun one. Also, the infinite grenade trick was always fun to use for a little bit.
Well, then you might be happy to hear that Helldivers 2 is getting a movie.
Ooh.
Not sure if you saw
directors, anything.
The only thing that I was able to find right now is the director is going to be Justin Lin.
Mr. Fast and the Furious himself? All right.
Yeah, I guess he directed 5 of the Fast and Furious movies.
I know he did Tokyo Drift.
He did
and the
Fast
only reason I know that
5.
one is because he did the Better Luck Tomorrow before that one, which the Han character came from that show or that movie. And then, yeah, it's him from Better Luck Tomorrow. We put him in this movie.
But yeah, he did like Fast 5, Fast and the Furious 6, or Furious 6, I think it was. Or was it 9? Tokyo Drift, The Fast and the Furious.
That's 5, I think. The Fast and the Furious was 5, I think. Or 4. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. I stopped watching them because they were all the same movie. I feel that you could interchange any single Fast and the Furious, just, you know, you change the setting, with any Triple X.
I don't see that one.
Vin Diesel and Triple X?
Yeah, like Dominic Toretto doesn't like to wear shirts, let alone a jacket. So he's not going to wear that furry jacket thing. I think I saw Triple X in like a drive-in theater once. Yeah. I don't think I ever looked back.
But to me, the movies, they were all the same. Like you get these hot chicks, nice cars, no plot. That's the movie.
So the first one, I mean, it's funny to look back that, like, what were you guys stealing? We were stealing, like, VCRs and DVD players from the
DVD players.
Hondas.
Yep.
And so that one was kind of like Point Break, but instead of surfing, it was cars.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Too Fast, Too Furious, which I'm like, to this day, I was like, that one, Like, that one didn't even have Vin Diesel in it. But honestly, like, my favorite one was Tokyo Drift because around that time was, like, the when I was, like, into Initial D and everything. So watching Tokyo Drift, I was like, that was a fun movie to me. The always problem with those car movies, though, is like if you watch the roads, you can see like from the previous takes all the tire marks of where they're gonna go, so you can see them following all that. I remember being in the theaters and just seeing the scene where they're going through the busy crowds, the whole crowd splits, and they're just drifting through the crowd and all that stuff. Like I just like the lines, like the dialogue was like, "Why do you do this?" And like Han just starts drifting around like some car, and she hands him his number, and I was like, "Say no more. I get it."
The one thing I always found funny about those movies is no matter what gear they're in, they always have another one that they can shift into. There was a spoof movie. I forget what the movie was, but they legitimately had an entire scene where the guy just kept shifting into the exact same gear. He kept going into like third, and then it would like show him again. I know what movie
you're saying, but I can't remember what it's called. But it was like the parody. It was like the scary movie of Fast and the Furious.
There was a dude that was playing The Rock that just walked around drenched in baby oil.
Yep, that sounds about
like
right.
his leg holster had baby oil in it.
P. Diddy.
Oh, it was God. What? All right, I'm looking up the movie name now.
I kind of do miss a little bit. Like the scary movie films were pretty funny. Like the first one, second one. They did that terrible Hunger Game one. What was that? The Starving Games.
It's called Super Fast, by the way.
Super Fast. That's right.
Oh, such a good movie. If you guys get a chance, watch it. It's stupid. I can't speak highly enough about it. It only got like a 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It's so dumb. I don't know how
A
else to
lot of
put
my
it.
guilty pleasures are really bad movies, so like I'll definitely probably watch it.
I don't have like a segue into this whole thing or anything like that. Have you ever played Escape from Tarkov?
I've attempted to
Okay.
play Escape from Tarkov, and that game was so complicated to me. I remember I was like, okay, I have all these pieces, I have all these bullets, none of these fit together to make a functional weapon. And then an NPC would just kill me. Someone told me like it's Arc Raiders is like Tarkov, but training wheels.
Yes,
So I'm
it
like,
is very
okay,
much
I will
Tarkov for
gladly try that.
the casual. But Escape from Tarkov, about 15 days ago, so yeah, I think it was the 19th, finally got its 1.0 release.
Ooh, okay.
So it was
So like everything else was like a beta.
It was
Excuse me,
it was in
a beta all the way up.
Yeah, for like 8 years it was in beta. It finally got its 1.0 release. Tiggs, Tigz, has beat the game. He is the first person that has been confirmed to have escaped Tarkov.
Okay then.
The game is literally called Escape from Tarkov, and after
And he
8
did.
years, about 15 days after launch, it took him about 150 hours to beat the game, and he got one of the 4 endings. Apparently, it's the worst one. There is another player, though, Tsukinoji. No, sorry. Yeah, Tsukinoji. Tsukinoji. I'm gonna butcher names, but whatever. Apparently, he was the first to be recognized to get the best ending. As far as what the director of the game, Nikita, says, only about 2% of players will ever see that ending. And I guess
So that's impressive then.
As of recording this, I guess there is one ending that has not been seen yet. The player base thinks it has something to do with the cultists. I don't know. Haven't beat it yet. I've spent most of my time helping people that don't play as much as I do. Been redoing the same quests over and over again. It's fun, but I need to do my own tasks at some point. Crocs. Have you ever worn Crocs?
My ex got me Crocs, and like I kind of like the novelty of the charms because like I had like a little Goku, Vegeta, Sonic, and Knuckles and stuff, and I'm like, but the ones they got me had like wool in them or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like that just absorbed the sweat, and they were just smelly shoes, and I didn't like them.
No thanks.
So I'm not a big fan of them. They're convenient to just slide on, but I have sandals for that. So
first off, the charms are called gibbets. They have
gibbets or gibbets?
Gibbitz.
Okay, so definitely gibbets.
I don't know. People pronounce it GIF, so maybe it is gibbets.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be GIF by the creators. So
gibbets. Anyway, they are the charms. Apparently, gibbets are charms with different designs used to personalize one's Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
There is a 5-pack of gibbets that you can get from the Crocs and Xbox collab.
Ooh, okay. Are they like Halo themed, or are they like Xbox characters themed, or like is it like an Xbox controller?
The only picture I saw of the gibbets was a Doom logo that was on like the back strap of some kind. But they are making full versions of the Crocs that don't have the holes in them for the gibbets. Instead, the entire Croc itself looks like an Xbox controller. Have you seen that? Have you seen this or not?
I have not seen this. This is amazing sounding.
Go look up Croc Xbox collab. I want to see your face when you.
Okay. Oh my god. Hold up. Oh my god! It literally has the buttons and everything.
And the joysticks.
Is that the triggers on the sides? Like the RB, like the RB and such. Oh my god!
So that is the new one.
And these just don't look comfortable to wear, but in the inside it literally says like player left, player right.
So those released last week on November 25th. You can buy them for $80. Excluding shipping and taxes. But yeah, if that's your jam.
I'm not gonna hate on anyone that wants Crocs. It's just not my cup of tea.
The only thing I know about Crocs is Idiocracy. Did you see that movie or hear anything about it?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've always I don't remember what retail store it was, but I always like the scene where like everyone's going to like the store and there's just the guy who's like, "Welcome to Walmart, I love you," or "Welcome to Costco, I love you." But also, plants crave Gatorade, like they need their electrolytes.
The person that was in charge of the wardrobe wanted some kind of futuristic shoe, but it wasn't a big thing, and so they literally picked Crocs because Who in their right mind would wear this kind of a thing? They wanted to show the stupidity of the future, and now here we are with Crocs.
Idiocracy proved that point right there. The gibbet saved Crocs. Like, was that a Croc thing that like Crocs was like, well, we have these holes in our shoes. Why don't we just put thingies on them? Or was that like a third party where like somebody went to school, was like, yeah, I found like I had an action figure and it had a little thing where I could just put it in the hole, and it was like, hey, now you're chilling on my shoe.
No clue.
We're not rabbit holing this history. But comments, feel free to let us know the history of Crocs. We will read them.
We're not going into Crocs history. I will say that I didn't realize that the gibbets were Croc things. I just saw these little charms at the cons, little craft fairs and stuff that I would go to. I'd see these little things, and someone found like, oh yeah, those go on Crocs. I'm like, that's weird. The hell would I want dangly, stuff on my shoes for? Like, why would I want to put dangly things on something that doesn't have laces? Also, for anyone out there that wears Crocs, which way does the strap go? Does it go around your heel or does it go over the top? Because I've seen them.
For mine, I did it behind the heel, so when I walked, it like would grip onto me, so it would stay.
Okay.
So I think there is no wrong way for it. I think it's like if you just, a lot of people will have them forward so they can just slide them back on, but I think if you're doing actual long distance walking, it's best to have them behind the heel. I could be completely wrong. I wore these things for like 3 days and I was like, I do not like these. They are not comfy.
Thank you for bringing up walking. So there is a new Pokemon theme park called Pokepark Kanto that opens February 2026 in Japan.
Okay.
All right.
I'm down for that.
26,000 square meters. It's about 250,000 square feet or 6.4 acres, depending on, I guess, what you want to use for size. So nothing gigantic. It's a Pokemon themed thing, so you are going to have like your Pokestops and a bunch of things. The big thing that I saw with this that I thought was hilarious is that they're going to have very specific restrictions for the Pokemon Forest. One of those restrictions is you have to be able to climb about 110 steps without assistance before you can enter the Pokemon Forest.
Like, do they have these stairs to make sure, like, okay, if you can get up these, you can go in, or like, is there a waiver?
I don't know. Like, again, I have not been. That's not even open yet. But apparently, so that's one of the restrictions. If you're in a wheelchair, you're not allowed in. If you're under 5,
that's mean.
You're not allowed in. This is Japan. The ADA does not exist there, I guess. Visitors with heart conditions, high or low blood pressure, or those that are pregnant are not permitted. The park prohibits entry of those who have consumed alcohol. Also, guests who feel unwell are advised not to enter. So they want it to be a happy, healthy place with some kind of physical restrictions. Because I don't know. Do you think you could go up 110 steps, like climb 110 stairs? Oh, you've been going to the gym and everything, so yeah, you could probably do it, no problem.
But still, like, I stay away from that freaking Stepmaster thing because that starts hurting after a little bit. Stairs are hard, man. I hate stairs. I remember just like thinking I was like toughish when I would be like, when we go to Universal Studios and instead of taking the escalator, you go down the stairs.
No, because I hurt myself years ago. Yeah, it's just not happening for me. There is a little more Pokemon news though.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. Sorry, I had to find it. So Pokemon cards have apparently outpaced the stock market over the past 20 years.
Seeing as I have a few friends that deal in the whole card market, I can totally see that. Do we have numbers like how bad they outpace, or
like 8 times, 7 times over? Like it's up there. So the S&P 500, which is what they used as like their middle ground for this whole article, has gained about 480% over the past 20 years. Okay. That's respectable. That's,
that's very respectful.
So not huge, but I mean, still, if I could drop, 10 grand and get back, 48 grand several years later, I'm down. Right.
So why we need the Back to the Future Almanac, and we need to go back in time and start making some bets.
God, could you imagine how that would just like crash everything?
It would. Like that. But you just got to do one good one. And you know what that one would probably be? It'd be Amazon when they first started. Google or Amazon.
Before I get back to the whole Pokemon thing, I did ask some people at one point, if you could go back and invent something and get all the royalties for whatever your invention is, what would it be?
Probably James Cameron's Avatars.
I want something smaller. I went with the stapler.
Ooh.
Or paper clips.
Paper clips are good.
Just
Big
imagine
brain on this
having the patent for a paper clip and being able to be pretty much the only person that does paper clip or coated paper clip, whatever you want to call. But that's where that's your patent, right? Like that's what you're going to make your money off of. I'd be down. A lot of people I've talked to, like, oh, I'd invent a computer, or I'd invent the combustion engine.
There's too many people making the computers and anything. So that's tricky. What is something out there? Because like think about it, like the guy who created the little cardboard things that go over Starbucks cups, even. You know, such a simple thing. I think they still, I haven't had Starbucks in years. Do they still use those things?
Dude, we have Dunkin' Donuts out here. I only go to Dunkin' now. But anyway, going back to the Pokemon thing. So S&P has gained about 408%. I'll just round it to 500% because Pokemon hasn't just outdone it by like double, triple, or quadruple. They've outdone it, again, like I said, by 7 times. The value of the average Pokemon card has increased 3,200% over the last 20 years.
That reminds me of Carl's Jr. right now, where back in the day, you can get a spicy chicken sandwich for like $1.25 with tax. Now that damn sandwich is $6.
Yeah. And
that inflation is crazy on that one. So to hear like the fact that like these Pokemon cards back from now, are we talking like, so 20 years, right? Like we're saying 20 years ago, if you were to buy the same, like the Pokemon cards and invest in S&P, it's a better investment to do the Pokemon cards versus the stock.
Correct. Just dollar to dollar, if you had invested $1 or call it $100 into the S&P, you'd end up with $480 if you invested $100.
But versus you invest $100 in the Pokemon cards and you're at thousands.
Yes, you're at $3,200 with that same $100.
The only thing I even can like basically wrap my brain around is like, so I have a bunch of comic collections, but I don't know what's going to go up in value. But I feel like I kind of have a good idea with like Lego sets. Like I have like this camera one that comes with like a Lego Walt Disney. And I feel like once that set retires, that Walt Disney might be worth a pretty penny.
Now, are you going to sell, if you ever sell it, are you going to sell just the Walt Disney head to make it, you know, accurate with the set, or are you going
Oh God, we're doing the frozen head of the Walt Disney. Now I gotta get like a Zordon tube so I could just put him in there.
But then again, there is the chance, of course, that you could hit that one card that makes you all that money. Like, was it Jake or Logan Paul? One of them has that like shadowless base set Charizard holo with like moonroof and whatever else, and he bought it for like $1 million or something stupid.
He made someone happy. Like I have a friend who sells the cards, like the Disney Arcana cards and like just the Topps trading cards. And like there's some that they're showing me, they're like, yeah, this goes for like $6,000, and it depends on like the variant of it, the coloring, if it's like a sapphire shade or something. And then the important part, the numbering, how is it a 1 out of 5 or anything like that? And then also there's more value if it's a 1 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5, like the bookends they call it. I actually created a spreadsheet for them just so they can create trends. They're just now starting off doing it, but they've made like bank. You know, there's certain cards you might want to hold on to until like, say you get a Zootopia card. Now would probably be a good time to sell it because Zootopia 2 is like out or is coming out. What was a pack back in the day to buy a pack of Pokemon cards?
I want to say it was like $2.99 to buy one of the. I'm looking
because I think when
now.
I was working GameStop, I think it was like $40 for a pack or something like that. I'm not 100% sure because again, I'm very ignorant when it comes to like the card games. But I do know like the Lorcana packs are expensive. I can only imagine how much Magic the Gathering cards are.
The original cost of a Pokemon booster pack was around $2.99 to $3.50 during base set in 1999. So yeah.
And that price now is how much?
With prices for unlimited edition packs ranging from approximately $475 to $730. And first edition packs are much more than that. So the thing that would have cost you $3.50 can now go for $730. And they know now how much the packs should weigh. So if a pack is, quote, heavy and it weighs a few grams more, it guarantees you a holo. So if it's a heavy pack, you can charge even more for it because, again, you're guaranteed that holo. Because you're always looking for that holo Charizard that still goes for an absorbent amount of money. Much like the limited offer one that I wanted to bring up. So last week, I think, I don't have a date on this one, but someone just spent $216,000 on the Pikachu dressed as Luigi.
You know how much Lego I could have bought with that? I could have the Enterprise right now.
That price that they paid for that card is what I paid for my house.
I need more disposable income somehow.
Actually, they paid an additional $1,000 over what we paid for our house. But apparently it is the world's rarest Luigi Pikachu card. It is one of only 2 BSG 10 black labels. BSG is the like premier grading company. Like it is the hardest thing ever to get a 10. There's only 2 BSG 10 black labels. First one was sold last year in May for $30,600. And then this one was again sold last week for $216,000. And that's not anywhere near the most expensive card ever, but that's still nuts.
It is, like, and I can't comprehend what makes it valuable. Like, the rarity, is the card, like, good in a game? Like,
so it is the rarity of the card because it was only available. So there was this pack of cards that you could get. It was a chance of getting it. It was only available in Japan for a limited time. The pack cost, like, I think it was like $15, and that was it.
So it was pretty much a Willy Wonka golden ticket.
Well, it's not just that. It's also the fact that it was able to be graded at a BSG 10.
That means that was, like, perfectly aligned. It was,
the
measurements were excellent.
Instead of being called mint, it is when it's a BSG 10 black label, the title for it is pristine. I think it's the only thing that's goes under that. Most expensive Pokemon card ever, though, was a 1998 Pikachu Illustrator, a single card sold for $5.275 million. Only 39 were created as prizes for the 1998 illustration contest, and only 1 is known to exist in a perfect PSA 10.
Okay. So
again, that's
rarity,
PSA.
And then it's graded 10. Because I heard someone tell me recently, on like, a lot of people are kind of like discouraged from buying graded cards, and they prefer to buy them non-graded. But you're not going to get as much money for it graded.
Well, it depends. So if you buy a raw card, it normally, the price is normally around a PSA 8 or 9, sometimes a bit lower. So a lot of times that raw card will sell for slightly higher only because you have that chance of it being a 10. You have that chance of it being a 9 or 9.5 or whatever, right? There are some people, like I watch Deep Pocket Monster. He has that whole, should I open it or keep it sealed? If you've never seen him, phenomenal guy. He says he has Diglett thumbs. He's hysterical. But basically what he does, he just opens packs. And he has this whole song of, should I open it or should I keep it sealed? And he opens like 99% of things. I think in total over like 500 videos or 600 videos, I think he's kept like 20 things sealed. And even some of those things that he kept sealed, I think he later on opened up. That's his whole thing on TikTok.
Comes back.
You need to look him up. He's great. A lot of times what he'll do is he'll open packs and he'll be like, the next card that we find that's worth over $100, I'm giving it away to someone that comments on this video. And he'll keep it running. It's awesome. And there's another one called Alex Ketchum. And so they're like kind of like rivals. And so Deep Pocket calls him Alex Can't Catch Him.
Oh,
it's funny. The rivalry. They're actually from like San Diego or somewhere in California because they keep running into each other at these like Comic-Cons and Pokemon, I guess cons. Yeah, I guess the best way to call them. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So if you could ever find one of those things for any reason at all, you could probably get a lot of money for a Pikachu dressed as Luigi.
Just the idea of that is preposterous. I'm like,
I don't know, man. If you're looking for something that is still kind of video game related, but isn't as expensive, I actually don't know the price for this one. Godiva Chocolate is doing an Animal Crossing collab for Valentine's Day for 2026.
Ooh. Okay, I do like their chocolate. They're pricey, but they're pretty good.
So it comes in this really pretty green tin that has a bunch of Animal Crossing characters on it. It'll include 9 chocolates, ranging from dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, and then, quote, various chocolates, many of them tea inspired.
Interesting. Okay. Where can one pick up these?
Godiva online, I'm guessing.
I'm wondering, because it'd be cool if I just go to like a Walmart and like, oh, there they are.
I don't know I think I've ever seen any like limited edition or specialty Godiva things. outside of
I've
like
never.
a Godiva store. Maybe just go to a local mall.
Well, I think California Adventures has a Godiva chocolate area.
Oh, I have
So I
no
wonder.
idea.
It reminds me when I used to work at Mrs. Fields.
I love the
And
fact that
everybody
you
would
used to
come
work there.
over, just all the free cookies. Everyone got free cookies because we got we could use these as day olds, or we can just take them home. Or I would go to like the candy shop next door and trade cookies for candy and everything. I don't think I can ever eat another cookie. I wasn't even big into cookies. I never thought something as beautiful smelling as cookies would ever get like, I can't stand that smell. And all my friends loved it. They all benefited off free cookies. We got to play Marvel vs. Capcom and eat cookies from Mrs. Fields every day. Good times on that.
We actually are thinking about getting a cookie cake that is dog friendly for Batty. She turns 16 in March.
Congratulations. You got a teenager. They're going to be working on getting their permit soon, too, there, eh?
Yeah, we're actually thinking about throwing her a little sweet 16 and inviting all of her favorite people over. But that is all I have. Did you have anything that you wanted to bring up before?
Before we started the stream, we came across some sad news. And I don't really like bringing up sad news, but like, if anyone we've been talking in Street Fighter and everything, but if anyone ever grew up and like watched like Mortal Kombat or some other movies, let me see how it has it. Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa passed away today of a stroke, it sounds like. So that was a huge loss because at least we even got him to voice Shang Tsung again in like one of the Mortal Kombat recent games. Like, and they used his appearance and everything. He's always been like a fun character in the movies he's done. Like, he's always just given it his all. Rest in peace, Kari. You will definitely be missed.
Yeah, we were looking up his IMDb right before we started this. It's probably quicker to name the things he wasn't in because he was. What was the one that I thought was funny? Was it Big Trouble in Little China?
I think it was Big Trouble Little China where he was uncredited.
Yeah, that was like the very first thing in like 1986. And then from that point on, it's 2 or 3 a year all the way up till I think like 2023 was his last.
2022 or 2023. Yeah, like he was doing what he loved. So
I hate ending things on bad notes, but
no. So then we need a positive note. Misa's sending me pictures on merch that I need to look through after we're done.
Yeah, she's. I keep having like little notifications go off while we're doing this.
Yeah, it like distracted me because I saw a cutout of Tifa, and I'm like, "Can you take that with you?" Like, I love.
Oh, is that what you were over there looking at?
Yeah, it's Tifa. I can't take my eyes off of it. It's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Your girl knows me too well.
Mr. BattleVest, thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with me today on the Gamers Last Stand podcast.
And we need to get our own little card so it has our like YouTube stuffs or Spotify's. Catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on YouTube, the TikToks. Do we have a Snapchat?
You're jumping around a little bit, but yes, you can catch this thing as a full video on Spotify or YouTube. You can catch audio only on Amazon, iHeart, and check us out on the socials that are TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook,
Snapchat.
We don't have a Snapchat. Stop with
I think
Snapchat.
it'd be kind of creepy if we did, to be honest.
I wouldn't post anything on there. What am I going to post on there?
Our content with some of the filters. So then our faces do like the funny like faces.
We are trying to get people to stay, not scare them away. Again, thank you for coming in, hanging out with me tonight. Have yourself a good one, man. And everyone else, have yourselves an amazing week. Oh, wrong button.